Today's episode is brought to you by DNA Sports Training. If you or someone you know wants to take their game to the next level, then hit up DNA Sports Training. Visit DNASportsDenver.com to book a training session. We offer specialized sports training from football to track and field and everything else in between. Whether you're an offensive or defensive lineman wanting to get better off the ball, or you're an athlete wanting to improve your overall speed and agility, we have something for you over at DNA. Visit DNASportsDenver.com now and sign up. Yo, yay.
Yeah, baby, we are back.
See, sometimes you just got to go with it and just throw with it so you can grow with it.
Ooh, bars. It's been a while, man.
What up, bro?
Everybody's wondering where we've been. You know what I say?
We've been hibernating.
Stop being so nosy.
Dog. Fuck it. I'm going to share the story on the podcast, bro.
Do it.
You know, shout out to everybody for tuning in, man. We appreciate you tuning in. But, you speak about nosy people putting their nose where they ain't supposed to be, man.
Ronaldo News is what we call them.
So, apparently, I've been leaving early from work.
Ooh, someone's clocking you.
So, on Thursday, someone said, allegedly ratted me out, me and a coworker, for leaving early on Thursday. There's been some confusion about some certain things with training. When we train through lunch, whether or not we can go or stay, go half hour early or take a lunch or whatever. But comes out that I left at 3:30.
Oh,
here's the funny thing: I get off at 3:30. So
someone doesn't know how to calculate. It sounds like you have a Barnett.
So I had a little talk today with some of the powers that be, and shout out to my boss for being cool about it. And I was like, dude, I leave at 3:30.
You know what? You should have went in there and said, you know what? If I want to fucking leave, when it's time to leave, I'm going to leave.
No, I just went in there with my patented people need to keep their nose on their own damn faces line. I mean, that's one of my favorites. It's one that keeps paying over and over and over and over and again. It's something that you can't control, man. Sometimes people are going to stick their nose in information that they don't belong. I was hoping it was on one of those days that because my boss is really cool. My boss be hooking me up when I need to leave for track and all that stuff. So I was hoping it'd be on one of them days that we had a track meet so I can be like, Domino, bitch, I was already approved to leave, but it wasn't. Even worse, it was just on a dumb day. So I emerged victorious in that one, but it's just funny, people don't know how to keep their own. But shout out to everybody. Shout out to you, my brother. It's good to see you, man. Freaking full blow. Kids, you blew the kids' minds yesterday when you showed up at practice and you were showing up for rugby. And they're like, what's Coach Dom doing here? I'm like, rugby. He plays rugby? Like, no, his son plays rugby. His son's about to go practice right now.
Bro, they thought I was going to go play with the little guys or what?
I don't know what they thought, dude.
Like, Coach is the same size as him.
Hey, my kids are brilliant, but at the same time, sometimes they don't listen or they don't think. I'm sorry, I missed that one. I wasn't going to pile on. It sounded like you're already putting yourself down, and that's pretty low.
Anyway, everybody out there, again, we're going to say it one more time. Make sure you go and visit DNASportsDenver.com right now. Book a session, check out a podcast, get some merch, just like something. All right?
Yeah, man. Shout out to you guys for listening. Episode 30. If you haven't tuned in, man, you got to go tune in. Go run down the list. It's fun, man. We have a good time. Our last episode with our boys Zach Gutierrez and AJ Gallegos, we had Jalen Witt, who's a renowned fishing guide, man. Just freaking, I knew that dude was dialed into fishing when we started talking about other things, and it was just, he was like, huh? It's like fishing. I'm like, yup, this dude knows what he's doing, bro. So shout out to them. Yo, shout out to you for listening, following. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, Facebook, MySpace, Twitter. For Dom, follow him on Grindr. Cool. What you been up to, bro?
Nothing, but hey, you talked about track earlier. Some good things have been happening with that track team of yours, huh?
Dude, the kids just been working, bro, and they're starting to reap some of the benefits of their hard work. So this Saturday we were up at Mountain Range High School, had the Mustangs invite. It's fun. It's always a fun event, but our boy Scotty, man, little Scotty Drouillard, popped a throw of 130 feet and 3.5 inches. So he's literally 1 inch off of being at the qualifying mark for state. It's kind of weird because like that line moves. He got it finished in the top 18. So he's one inch off the 18th mark right now.
Okay. Demonstration Scotty.
Yo, Scotty's a good kid, man. I know you've enjoyed coaching him.
Great kid, great kid.
He's a hoot, man. But yeah, shout out to the squad, man. They've been really killing it. I'm really proud of them. We go out and we bust our ass and do our best, man. We get PRs, and some days we don't have it. I'm blessed to have a few kids right now that are, they're within grasp of state for shot and within grasp of state for disc, and at any moment you can pop that, that 15-foot PR or 5-foot PR in shot and really put yourself in a good position. So we'll see what's happening.
Yeah, hey man, Scotty's one kid that I don't think I can recall a time in his high school career, even before high school, really, that kid has stopped working.
Yeah.
Year round. He's always doing some sort of sport, bro. He's always competing. Even when he was injured, kid was trying to do something with his arms because he couldn't use his leg.
That's how he started throwing for me, bro. Well, he started throwing. Remember when he busted up his hand his freshman year? Once his hand healed up, we got him throwing, and he's really blossomed this year, dude. He's added probably about 40 feet onto his PR this year. Pretty damn close, actually. I think he PR'd like 104 last year. But and then I have a couple of them. Eli, he's killing it in shot. Miguel killing the shot, and then Frankie, little Frankie Vigil, man. He's a senior. He's freaking bread and butter and freaking backbone of the team, dude. He's always got these guys together, and he's probably my best leader. So it's a great squad to have. My girls, they're Kim, Lexi, and Zareni. They kill it for me.
Yeah, and it ain't so little no more, right? When he came in as a future Frankie, and now he's much bigger, and he has some news too. I don't know if he's let his news out yet, but so I'm not going to say much about it. But
nah, we'll get him on because I've been talking to him about some things too, and I know some things going on, so we'll get him on and let him break that if he wants to break that.
Yeah,
but
he's been doing big things. Shout out to him.
Shout out Coach Bowers, dog. That's my dude, man. We Coach Danielle, Coach Chris, Coach Kirby, man. It's been great to have. We've been there for 6 years, bro. And we started out. It was just a couple of us, and Chris has continued to build on what's always been a successful distance team, and then have Coach Danielle and Coach Kirby on this year. Ladies' perspective, great coaches. They're on these kids, and they demand just as much out of them as we do. So it's great to kind of have them on board and have that support, and be able to have that combo.
Yeah, that's awesome, brother. You got to have that. So a little bit of diversity on the staff.
Yeah, man. It's important. We grow up in situations where we have, women bosses and men bosses, and we got to be able to know how to work with both kinds of people. And, it is what it is, bro. It's exciting for sure, and I'm blessed to have them, man. I know we got these playoffs going on, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Speaking of exciting, it's an exciting time right now because we got NBA. And we got the NHL playoffs cracking on. MLB started, but, Rockies, they done, you might want to hit that joke button again.
Dude.
Oh, boy.
Rockies right now, bro, just not even it, dude. I don't even want to wait. They're lost 8 in a row now. They lost again today. They almost set an attendance low record that they haven't had for such a long time. Yeah. But like you said, though, when you talk Rockies, it's all nothing but, But
why don't we have a team that is better at hitting, being in the elevation that we're in?
The funny thing is, we used to always be good at hitting. I mean, we used to hit it out the park. We just couldn't pitch. And
I'm not talking about the past. I'm talking about now.
Well, no, I'm saying like we used to always have the hitting, and now we have the pitching, and we don't have the hitting to match with it.
Yeah.
They always say that people we struggle with hitting because going from on the road from Coors Field, there's such a dramatic drop off between the two, the road parks, and here, Jamal's holding his knee. Sorry, we got the basketball game on in the background. But they always say there's like a dramatic drop off between home and the way. So who knows, man? I don't know. It's kind of sad that we have such a beautiful place to watch baseball games at, baseball games at, and it just goes wasted because it's always like the opposite team's fans in there.
Yeah, for real.
But the Avalanche are in the playoffs. They unfortunately gave up a loss the other night.
Yeah,
but
they looked a little rocky-ish.
Yeah, dude,
looked a little rocky.
It's funny because
it's the pun like on Kingpin, how you're Munson. He was Munson in the middle of nowhere. He got rockied.
Oh my god, it's just kind of funny, dude. Like I feel like the Nuggets and the Avalanche kind of switched places from this year to last year. Like last year, the Avalanche kind of limped into the playoffs. and then they went on their amazing run. And this year, the Nuggets kind of limped into the playoffs, and everyone's kind of curious about them. And here they are with 58 seconds, up 18 on Minnesota, about to go up 2-0. If they go up 2-0 with an emphatic win, man, it's almost a done wrap.
It's almost lights out for them boys, but that's what we want. We want a clean 4 sweep right off the bat just to make a statement. And then we got to get prepared for the next round because it's going to be serious business then.
Do you want to sweep, though? Because, like, if you think about it, that Phoenix Los Angeles Clippers series is probably going to go pretty damn close to 7. Like, do you want, like, a lot of time off and with the risk of being rusty? Or do you think because they did that they had a week off in between the end of the season and the start of the playoffs, do you think they're okay with it?
Well, usually you want to keep that hot streak going, but we kind of need a breather a little bit to get right, you know what I mean? So that way we're full strength when we play those type of teams. Like right now, we're playing a team that we can not take a night off, but, if need be, somebody needed to rest, like Jokic was potentially not going to play tonight.
No, I get what you're saying.
And I'm sure his minutes are limited. We could use that time to get him right because we're going to need him down the stretch.
That's true. No, I get what you're saying with that because that's absolutely true. Maybe in this game we could find a way, if they continue to put it on them, maybe they could find a way to rest Jokic down the stretch. I know that was a big source of controversy last game, Michael Malone bringing Jokic back into the game when he was up by nearly 30. Kind of a stupid move, and thankfully he didn't get hurt. He's just kind of still dealing with a nagging injury that he kind of re-injured in the first half. But I don't know, man. Everyone always critiques. It's like there's so much. It's the hard thing about being a coach because, like, when it's right, and everyone's in love with it, and there's no one critiquing you. But when it's wrong, it's like super wrong, and you're hearing about it all the time. So Mike Malone can make some decisions and get murdered on him, and then at the same time make some decisions, and these people will be praising him. And if it would have went bad, it would have been completely opposite.
Yeah, you know how that goes. But more exciting news in the playoffs: the Bucks just wrapped up that game and beat Miami, tying up that series 1-1, 138 to 122. So
that's big too because they already dropped one.
Yep, and with Giannis kind of again needing to get healthy, fully back to 100%, a win like that is big for them.
Yeah, and then now going back to Miami, Miami. I think Miami, kind of like the Lakers earlier. I think they were content with splitting that home and home, right? They're splitting the first 2 games, kind of still in home court advantage away from the home team in those ones. I don't know. There's still a lot to be said about that. I think Memphis, like they picked up the dub earlier today against the Lakers, 103-93, but. Without Ja Morant, they came through. They've been good all year without him. I think they're now like 7-3 without him all year. And then I think Milwaukee's done okay in the times that they didn't have Giannis too. Yeah. So they're complete teams, and this time of year you have to be a complete team. It just scares the hell out of me if we were to lose Jokic because unfortunately I don't know that the Nuggets would hold up in the same fashion.
That's what I was about to ask you, if you felt like we were one of those teams that could afford to lose a guy like Jokic. I think we can live with other players being out, but him we definitely need. We also need a strong outing from Murray.
Yeah, I think if we had another center, like maybe we can get through it a little bit. I love DeAndre Jordan and what he's done this year as far as like just being a leadership role. Yeah. And I love Zeke Naji, but I don't feel like them guys are consistent enough or serviceable enough to fill that void that Jokic brings in terms of the offense and just overall facilitation of the offense and what he does on the rebounds. That would be my only concern. I've seen Jamal Murray go, bubble Jamal, and I'm encouraged by him taking over. And then I love what Michael Porter Jr. has done the back half of this season and into the playoffs here, dude. Like, he's on. Like, he's that dude now. And I think he's growing into it, and I can't wait to see him continue to grow into it. And then don't discount Gordon. I think Gordon, when he's on, he's another one. So who knows, man? Maybe they would step up. I think that's what everyone else did, like with Memphis and with Milwaukee, is the players around them have stepped up so they can fill that void.
Bro, what do you think about Donovan Mitchell? Guy's phenomenal, isn't he?
Well, Cleveland came up short last year in the play-in game. They make the move to go get him, which was a bold move, and I mean it's only repaying with the young core that they have, and then you add him to the mix. He's that dude, bro. Could you imagine if the Nuggets would have never traded him?
Do you think he can go down as an all-time playoff leading scorer? Because he has scored some points in the playoffs.
I would have to see. He's played a lot of playoff games. He's played over like 30 playoff games. So he's played a bunch already.
In the bubble, bro, remember him and Murray in the bubble? That was
back and forth.
Phenomenal.
It was like a heavyweight fight, dude, watching them go back and forth. And, one of them had to lose. And unfortunately, fortunately for us, it was them. But, if Murray doesn't go crazy, Donovan Mitchell in that one just runs away with that series for them.
For sure.
He's that dude, bro. I said, dude, imagine if the Nuggets didn't trade him because they drafted him.
Yeah.
And, they had already had Jamal and they traded him away, dude. Could you imagine him and Jokic together?
That would have been ridiculous. We would have already had a title.
I think you're right. And I love Jamal, and it's unfortunate to see him get hurt the year before last because who knows, that team 2 years ago going into the playoffs before Jamal got hurt, when they first got Aaron Gordon, dude, they were on it.
It's a mentality, bro.
It is.
It's a mentality. To me, bro, Jamal isn't aggressive enough, bro. Like, he doesn't have that, like.
He's our dog though, dude. Like, that's, you can't say that because he's who else is that dog for them? Who else is that alpha dog to go out there and get the game? I mean, he's got 18 points in the first half right now.
He mostly wins the games. That's the dog. He just does it so easily that he looks like he's just out there.
Who, Jokic?
Just playing a game of pickup ball, but he's the dog, bro. Jamal Murray doesn't have Donovan Mitchell mentality.
Neither does Nikola Jokic, though.
I know, but I'm saying you're weighing the fact of, should we have traded away Donovan Mitchell when we had Jamal already? Personally, I would have probably.
Well, I think that projection though, because you think about where Jamal came from and where Donovan Mitchell came from in terms of like basketball background. Jamal, they have high hopes for Jamal, and I wouldn't say that he's come up short on them on them expectations. So I think he's come through. I think obviously he got hurt that 1 year and he hasn't completely been everything that he was expected, but I could see at the time thinking, hey, we might have it with him. And sometimes people are wrong. I mean, they passed on Michael Jordan.
Is he still a Nugget after this year if we don't get it done?
It depends on when we don't get it done. I think if we get bounced in this first round,
that ain't happening.
Well, yeah, no, I don't think so. But just going into the playoffs, I felt like if we got bounced in this first round, there's some things that can change. Coaches can change, players. There's a lot of things that were on the table, to be honest with you. Yeah. If you can go out there and get Damian Lillard for Jamal and MPJ, do you make that move? You imagine Dame Lillard with Jokic?
Maybe.
I mean, dude,
How old is Dame though?
Dame is just a couple years older than Jamal.
Okay, well then maybe it's worth it.
Never been really hurt.
Yeah, nah, Dame is the man, bro.
And he's that dude, bro.
And he come drop bars.
Dame Dollar.
Dame spits flames, bro, like Dylan.
Man, what about the Avalanche losing the other night, dude?
It wasn't cracking. Nah, man. Like I said earlier, they looked a little bit rocky-ish, but hopefully it's just getting the dust off their shoulders and they're gonna turn it around.
Do you think they'll get it cracking later?
I'm hoping. A brother always got to hope that it's gonna get cracking later. You know what I'm saying?
I was just trying to set you up.
Yeah, I know you're waiting. I can see you baiting me in.
No, dude, I hope that they don't. Man, they looked really rusty and they haven't played a lot of games together. They're a lot of them coming back from injury, and how much that run last year, how much is that run going to hinder their run this year? We already lost Gabriel Landeskog for the rest of the year. You just wonder. Nathan McKinnon playing like a fool on fire. We need our second and third lines to step up though.
Yeah, and even if we happen to get it cracking past the Kraken, next round's going to be a tough one too. So we got to get it going. Yeah.
I just imagine the Stars and Wild are just going to beat the crap out of each other. That's probably one that's going 6 or 7 anyway. So, I think you're right. I was watching the Boston game earlier, and for like the first half of the game, dude, I was like, damn, Boston looking like Colorado looked last year. Mm-hmm. They were just going through it, and then they end up losing that game to Florida. So anything can happen. I think as you further yourselves into the tournament, you come together, you kind of get better, and things start to fall into place. So, we'll see. Like, it's a new round each round, and I don't think it's going to be as easy as it was last year. But I still think we're going to get that repeat, bud.
Yeah, hey, I'm with you there.
And could you imagine if we had 2 championship parades, one for the Nuggets and one for the Avalanche this year?
That'd be lit, bro. They'd tear down the city.
Oh, dude, I'd definitely call out sick. And I don't care who's snitching on me right now.
Do you think that if that happened, that's never happened here?
Not here, no, definitely not.
Do you think that?
And it would be so close to each other, too.
Shut down the city type shit?
Do you think they'd put both of them together? Because they're going to be pretty close, but I don't think they're going to be that close. I think the Stanley Cup would be a little bit sooner, and then the playoffs tend to end at the end of July or end of June. But could you imagine that though, dude?
It'll be kind of funny if they did it. It'd suck for me and you. But if they're like, if you root for any team that's not a Colorado team, then you can't go to the parades. You're the only ones that have to stay at work. Everybody else gets the day off.
Listen,
you still taking off?
I've worn a Von Miller shirt just to get free drinks, dog. I don't care.
Yeah,
I've done it, but I'm not a Raider fan either.
You gotta hit that button.
Which one?
One of them that makes you sound like a complete. Oh, not that one. Hey, let's bounce back to the NBA. What do you think about the Warriors, bro? They're that scary team that no one really wants to see, but right now Sacramento is doing their thing.
Sacramento up 2-0 now on that series.
Yes, sir.
Draymond stepping on people's chests, all of a sudden.
Let's talk about it.
Dude, I didn't see what happened. I just saw the highlights and the aftermath. And, I mean, it was like a WWE move, bro. When them boys got them down in the middle of the ring and then just step on their chest and explode up. I mean,
to me, it was a bang-bang play. You're going to grab my leg, you're going to get the boot, bro. Like, what do you expect? If you want to hold my foot that much, might as well get real acquainted with the motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to get acquainted, let's get acquainted. Let's get real acquainted. And but no, let's talk about like the comparison of sportsmanship when we talk about the NCAA final and this, like this is way worse.
Oh, absolutely. He got suspended.
He did get suspended, but like this even proves like why they should leave that young lady alone.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, and thankfully it's kind of fallen out of the.
And so I brought it up again.
Yeah, well, you're just speaking. You're just speaking facts. I mean. Fortunately they started leaving her alone. But you're right. Like, but you see, I was just showing highlights of Dylan Brooks all up in LeBron James's face talking trash.
Yeah.
It's part of the game, dude. And it should have been nothing anyway. I said last time on the podcast when we were talking about it a little bit with AJ and them, it was much to do about nothing, bro. Like it's competition, dude. Like, LeBron. She wasn't like vicious with it. Excuse me, or talking shit afterward.
No, LeBron's going to come back and put up 35 on him.
Who, on Brooks?
On just Memphis.
He almost fucked around and found out today, bro. LeBron was starting to bring him back. They got within 6, and then Memphis just stepped on the gas. And I don't like, if Anthony Davis isn't on, and it's just LeBron, dude, like it's not the old days where he can carry that team by himself, dude. Like Anthony Davis wasn't on today, and LeBron gave it his best, 28 points, and still was just not enough.
Yeah, and it's crazy how like there was a lot of people counting the Lakers out, right?
Yeah,
like Lakers aren't gonna make the playoffs. They're shitty. They're not gonna be there, and they're there.
I was conflicted,
in a fight, but they're there.
I was conflicted because part of me wanted them to win or wanted them to be the ones that face the Nuggets, and then part of me was like, no, that's stupid because we have such a bad history with the Lakers. That shit starts getting in people's head just at the littlest moments when things start going wrong, and all of a sudden, like, oh shit, dude, what just went wrong? Oh shit, it's the Lakers. Oh my God, we're gonna lose. And then next thing you know, you can't get an inbound pass in to save your life. We were 3 bad inbound passes away from fucking going and winning the championship back in 2009. So, it's just that thing where we've never had it with the Lakers. So why try to deal with that? Let them go get beat up and make, if they're going to make it to see us in the Western Conference Finals, well, goddamn it, it's got to be a long, bumpy road before you get there.
Yeah, hey, do you think Giannis comes back? Do you think that that back injury, he's obviously coming back.
Yeah.
Do you think that back injury is going to be lingering too much that's really going to affect him?
He's going to be sore for a while if if the rest of the squad can kind of hold him down while he works his way back, that would be a great thing. Another one is if they can take control of that series and get them 2 dubs in Miami without him, preferably with him, but without him, that goes a long way too, because if you can maybe you can set him the next game, and then, hey, if you win that one, maybe you can set him the one after that. Kevin Middleton's a really good basketball player. Holiday's a really good basketball player. They got the Lopez boy down there, holding down the paint. They've got a really good squad. I think Jay Crowder over there now too. So they've got a really good squad, dude. They should be able to hold it down a little bit, especially against Miami, who's depleted also with losing Tyler Hero for the rest of the playoffs.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, Nuggets are getting ready to start the second half of play here. What are you looking for them to improve? On this half, obviously they're up big, but there's a lot that they can still improve on.
They're 4 of 9 right now from the 3, 27 of 44 from the field. I will say they just need to close this shit out. They're up by 15. I've seen games when they were up by 15, and that third quarter is always a scary quarter. And so I'm hoping by the time we release this, people are listening to it and they're like, yep, they came through and they closed it out. I just want to see Jokic and them do the thing, man. Just close it out, finish the thing up.
Yeah, let's pick up that shot percentage. Right now we're at 69% overall, and we're a little bit lopsided on which side of the court we're attacking. So, let's try to pick that up and improve.
That being said, I still think the Nuggets are going to sweep this series. If not, they're going to go 5-1, bro. And I hope they do, because Kendrick Perkins, big mouth ass, keep talking and keep saying all these things about the Nuggets and, how Minnesota is going to go through them, and Karl Anthony Towns and Rudy Gobert is going to shut them down, and it's not happening, bro. Yeah. I'm overhearing that shit, so hopefully we close it out.
Yeah, so are they. So they're gonna end it soon.
Yo, before we go on though, bro, I want to give a shout out to Icon Sales. Visit myiconfurniture.com and see all the great deals my boy Mario and his team have for you over there. If you're in the neighborhood, stop by and check them out. They're conveniently located off 74th and Federal in Westminster. Also, a big shout out to Icon Boxing. I don't know if y'all know this, but
it's going down.
It's going down. Coach Dom and I will be doing the commentary for this. But May 28th, Icon Boxing proudly brings you Cero Miedo, 2023 show for the bouts. That means no fear, y'all. And there's going to be no fear in this lineup, man. And me and Coach Tom have no fear of calling these fights and bringing you the action. So make sure you stay tuned for that. But this is going to be an amazing night for fight fans of all ages. Custom ring walks, custom bouts for the winners. We're going to have some pre-fight interviews coming up, leading up to the event. See what we can do post-fight. Commentary by your boys from DNA, though.
Yeah, man. All fighters ranging from 8 to 30 years old or 33 years old. So it's going to be an exciting bout, man. Like Coach said, tons of title fights on the line. Every fight is a title fight. It's going down. It's going to be an all-day event, and we're there for it. We couldn't be more excited to be the voice of an event like this. And shout out to Mario for continuously putting on great shows, the best shows, might I add, in the Mile High State for these young athletes. Man,
it was great getting up with him on Sunday and, chopping it up over some lunch, some delicious lunch from Westie's Cafe. Shout out to Westie's Cafe. But I'm excited, bro, with talking with him and some of the stuff he has planned for his event, bro, and the work and effort and money that he's putting into it. It's going to be fun, man. These kids are going to have a blast, and they're going to have an experience of a lifetime.
Yeah, man, he's really going all out, and just the sheer professionalism that he works with is just amazing to see. And again, I can't wait. I'm marking down the days on my calendar. I'm already trying to watch old fights and get my action-packed excitement voice going, because it's going to be exciting sitting ringside watching these dudes go to blows.
And this is going to be live streamed on our YouTube too, so it's a great chance for if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube page, make sure you go on and subscribe to our YouTube. I know there's not a ton of content up on YouTube right now, but there's going to be a lot of stuff coming forward, and we're just working on that right now, and I'm excited. This is going to be like our big kickoff for our YouTube page.
Yeah, so make sure you go like, comment, and subscribe on anything's out there right now, and hit that notification bell. All right, hit that notification bell. So once we start dropping interviews, once we start dropping this fight, you're there for it.
You know it. You know it. It's going to be live streamed May 28th. Cero Miedo, No Fear, 2023 show for the bouts, man. It's going to be exciting. I can't wait. Speaking of some boxing, bro, we started getting into it a little bit last week, but last episode went off the rails with them crazy ass fools that we be rolling with. So I just kind of wanted to circle back on it. And if you haven't listened to that episode, make sure you go back and listen to episode 29.
Great episode.
Conse's Lounge, special edition. We were sipping on some of that special edition. It was a good time. But, yo, man, there was three big fights coming up in the next 30 days. And, you know, obviously we've talked a lot about Tank and Garcia coming up this weekend. But you also have
the King of Cinco de Mayo.
Canelo's coming up. He's going to be fighting for his super middleweight title with John Ryder. And then you also have Devin Haney going up against Lomachenko for Haney's undisputed lightweight championship. So some big fights. That one right there, bro, that one excites me because Loma's a dog, bro. And so is Haney, you know, and some might say that Haney's a little bit bigger and, you know, Loma's giving some stuff going up, but I can't wait, man.
Bro, May is always a good month for fights, isn't it?
It is. It
always is. Cinco de Mayo, and Canelo's always on Cinco de Mayo. Yep. And he just happens to fight Ryder from Blood In, Blood Out. Like, no, but it's going to be great fights. But the one we are all waiting for.
The one that you predicted a knockout on.
Is that Icon Boxing on May 28th.
It's going to be a knockout.
Make sure you are there. Check it out. DNA Sports Podcast on YouTube because that's where it's at.
Hey, that's a call to action, Dom. That's what they call a call to action in the business, bro. Good job with that, dude.
Hey, you know, we got to continuously plug the people who are out there doing what is necessary for the community. You know, you scratch our back, we scratch yours.
Did you watch last week I think it was 2 weeks ago now, the Adesanya and Pereira fight?
No, I missed that one.
You did?
Yeah.
Wow, Adesanya got some redemption, bro. It was a great fight.
Did he?
Yeah. I don't know, man. These Nuggets need to start pulling it up, bro.
What do you think about Tank and Garcia, bro? You mentioned my prediction. I'm sticking to it.
I was up at the barbershop yesterday. I went and got a cut from AJ. Got look clean, huh? But I went and got a little cut, and it was dope. He had the what do they call that shit that they show on Showtime and HBO? It's like the lead up to the fight.
Max.
You know, the road to the fight or whatever. Yeah. They were playing that, bro, and I was watching. They were filming them working out. Yeah,
Tank's been working too, bro. I've been.
Well, no, it was Tank. It was like they show Garcia,
and then
they go. Then like, but it's like it must be at the resort or something like that because like they're working out, and then fucking the Garcia camp leaves, and then the Tank camp comes in. Dude, he had a live DJ just fucking playing some music for him while he's working out, bro. It was dope.
See Mayweather running his mouth.
He always runs his mouth.
Yeah, but he's gonna back his dude. But hey, did they
see De La Hoya running his mouth?
Yeah, De La Hoya came back at him too. Did they bet the purse?
That's what I was seeing. I don't know if that's real. They were on their live saying. But basically talking about betting the purse against each other.
Bro, well, when you have 9.5 million followers on Instagram like Garcia does, and more than 5 million on TikTok, you can't just say things like that and not follow through.
Did you see that? Did you see the
it's
shit
in front of the people?
That was part of the shit that Floyd and Tank was talking about Garcia, saying that
he's a YouTuber.
Yeah, that he isn't really a boxer.
And that's why De La Hoya said, you just got done fighting a YouTuber, and now you're going to put him down? Not to mention, this dude is a fighter, bro. He's been fighting his whole life.
Yeah, dude. I think a lot of it, like, Floyd knows what he's doing with the showmanship for the fight. Like, he's always been one to be able to sell his fight. So I think what a lot of that is just showmanship.
It is.
But I don't know, dude.
He's selling it. Hey, that fight is he doesn't have to sell it, though. That fight's selling itself.
Oh, absolutely.
It's going down. It's going to sell like him and Pacquiao would have if they would have fought when they were supposed to.
In their prime. It would have fought. It's going to sound like Spence and Crawford would have sold.
Yeah.
Hey, what do you think about Jake Paul talking about fighting Nate Diaz now? They just signed to fight like in August.
Yeah, I seen that, but...
It's a step back, bro. I thought he was trying to become a real boxer.
It's a step back?
I think it's a step back in terms of, not necessarily in terms of like numbers that he's going to get for it, but I mean in terms of him trying to, Joker just hit the ground.
He just got elbowed in the face.
And they don't call shit. Now they're only up by 8. Come on, man. But I think it's a step back in terms of Jake Paul was looking like he wanted to be a real boxer.
Yeah, it is. I guess, I would have been more respected if he would have went into the cage with them.
Yeah, that would have been dope.
It would have been bad.
That would be good. I would love to see that, man. I'm tired of these boxers wanting to take these boys out the cage. Get in the cage with them because Nate will submit his ass.
Yep. Yeah, dude. Nate could throw him. I just don't know if he's going to be able to beat Jake Paul, honestly.
He's got good hands, dude, but it's different. Like, you can't clutch, and you know what I mean? Like,
he's not no punk, bro. Like, he's going to take everything in the kitchen sink.
He'll fight.
So it's going to take everything in Jake Paul to knock him out. But I don't know, bro. I don't know if
He'll definitely give it his best go at it, bro. Like, I don't feel like I think everything Nate kind of does is like that. He goes at it.
He deserves to get that paycheck, though.
He absolutely does, dude. And I hope he knocks Jake Paul the fuck out. I like Nate Diaz.
Yeah, me too.
He's always been a real one, dude. Stockton's own.
Him and his brother, bro. They're both brawlers. Hey.
What's up?
Did you see the crazy news? The potential crazy news? The hype. You can't really go off of what's said in principle until it's put on that dotted line.
Yeah, you talking about old Washington being sold?
Yes, sir.
How you feel about it?
I feel like he's getting away with being rich.
Some bullshit, dude.
He's getting away with being rich.
He has to sell the team because he's a giant piece of shit. And he's fit to make like almost close to almost like 8 times of what he spent.
His great grandchildren with
this dude bought the team for $800 million, and there's a proposed deal in place to sell it for like $6.05 billion.
Whoa.
With a B.
Whoa,
that's a come up, dude. And all you had to do was be a piece of shit owner for about 20 years.
Man, hey, but
he's the worst, dude.
He's selling it to the group with Magic Johnson in it. Well, supposedly with Magic Johnson.
The Josh Harris group.
Yep.
Which is weird because he's like an owner of the 76ers, a minority owner of the Penguins. He owns a minority stake of the Steelers. So I'm sure he's going to have to sell some of that stuff. I remember when Kroenke bought the Rams full out, he had to sell some of his stock, or not necessarily sell some of the stock, but he had to put Josh Kroenke in charge of the Nuggets and Avalanche.
Yeah. Yeah, what's he going to do with 2 NFL organizations?
Bro, it's balling. It's balling. I own 6 teams, dude. What are you talking about? I own 5 teams. That's balling status, dude.
That's why he's okay paying $6 billion.
Yeah, he's like, I'll pay 6 for that. Apparently, there was some kind of there was a little bit of kickback within the other owners because they felt that the team should have sold for $7 billion.
Wow.
And they felt that Dan Snyder was kind of selling a little bit lower than he should have. And I'm like, you want him to sell, and now you're bitching about how he sells. And then the other thing was not only are they there's kind of kickback about how much he's selling it for, but they were also I lost it, dude. I just went blank right there. I'm fucking stoner.
Hey, it's all right.
It was Jeff Bezos. Like, he was using Bezos to kind of up the price on the bid, so to speak, and then just not going to sell it to him.
Yeah. Hey, but God, bro, I just can't believe it. He goes and gets Gruden out of the league. And then makes billions of dollars.
Yeah,
but
bro.
Hey, hopefully,
how do you think Gruden feels?
He's
Gruden's like, I knew that guy was a piece of shit too.
Yeah, he's probably getting some kind of a cut for not really selling him down the river.
Dude,
he's giving him a bill.
Remember, he was talking that shit to the owners, like, I'll put all you guys' laundry out there, and then they're like, dude, we'll put all your laundry out there, and he shut up pretty quickly. So,
man, I don't know. The rich get richer.
Rich get richer while the poor get over and out. Look at that. Oh, my God, damn it.
Hey, these Nuggets need to figure it out, bro. Minnesota's closing the gap right now, 62-70. Third quarter with 7:44 to play.
They're in this little run right now, dude, and these boys ain't. We got to take it to the rim, man.
And Jokic looks a little frustrated right now.
He just got bashed in the head. Looks like
he's concussed.
I wouldn't say he's concussed, but they just popped him in the head. Don't make this 3. Damn. Call a timeout.
Yes.
Call a timeout.
Right here.
Jesus, man. 10-0 run in the last 2 minutes. Come on now. I know this don't mean shit to people listening, dude, but, it's just frustrating, bro. It's frustrating.
Come on, Jokic.
No call on that. It's the playoffs, though, bro.
Shot.
You're going to be playing
a better shot.
You're going to be playing more aggressive basketball,
That's
dude.
That's why we need those dogs.
The basketball team that's more aggressive is going to get fucking Jesus.
Come on, bro. Put your nuts on his head.
Jesus.
Like that.
70-67 now. The team that's more aggressive is going to get the benefit of the calls, bro. And these fools are being a little bit more aggressive right now. Michael Malone need to call a timeout, and he's refusing to.
I forget this dude's name on Minnesota with the curly hair and the beard they just showed on the side.
Oh, you talking about Austin Rivers? He used to be with us?
Yeah. He looks like a Snapchat baby filter with facial hair. I'm like, what's up with that fool?
When you can kind of see the facial hair on the Snapchat.
Yeah, like, what's going on with him?
I'm surprised he's still in the league, man. He's been in the league a long time. Come on, Jokic, take him. Jesus Christ, dude.
On, we look sloppy right now.
We're playing like trash, dude. We're playing like trash. And Malone won't call one. Look, there's another one.
About time you
There's
called
another one.
And now they're down by 1. Man, acting like Dan Snyder out there.
What's like? I think Dan Snyder would have tried to pull some shady tactics. I don't know, man. It's not looking good. Like
it's all right. They'll be okay. They just need to get their act together.
I told you that third quarter, bro.
Yeah,
I told you that third quarter. Like it's so frustrating, but. These people don't want to hear about us bickering about the third quarter. We kind of touched on it a little bit last week, and we're going to go off the top of the cusp here. Okay. But when are we going to get out to the lake, bro?
When are we going to get out to the lake? I actually was talking about that at volleyball today.
Talking about doing some fishing?
They're like, you going fishing? You going to go with them? And I was like, fuck no.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, dude, that's my fucking eardrums.
Sorry, everybody. No,
Jesus.
Out and down.
Man, you just said F and O and blew my eardrums out.
I want to be exciting with it. How are your eardrums going to be next week when I get my Jerry Lawler on?
When you get your Jerry Lawler on?
Yeah. That's Jerry the King,
That's
bro.
For another month, bro. That's not for another month. That's not next week. You're going to be Jerry the King over here?
Every week up until the event, I'm going to be action-packed. Action Jackson, homeboy.
That's all right, bro. I'm going to go ahead and be, I'm going to get my best Jim Ross impression on.
What lake we gonna do?
Oh my God, I don't know, man. We can go hit up wherever.
You tell me. I'm down to go sit on the lake, chill, drink a brew. I'm catching fish. I ain't getting skunked like you, regardless of whether I fish or not. I'm gonna catch a fish.
Yo, I don't get skunked. Why did this thing stop recording though?
You said that you got skunked the last time you went out.
I don't get skunked, bro. It happens, but I don't get skunked. We're going to go catch some fish, have a good time, and then you're going to be like, I need to do this shit all the time.
Speaking of fishing.
Yo.
Sunday.
Sunday,
you're going fishing, no?
I'm going fishing, but I can't really...
Don't speak on it, but you're just going to enjoy fishing.
I'm going fishing Sunday. I'm going fishing Sunday.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. And if you don't...
Say? IKYK?
IKYK, just like the shirt I be loving wearing.
Yeah, see, so
if you know, you know. No, it's gonna be fun. I'm excited. There's a couple. So Runoff is starting to kind of go, and I don't know if you know what Runoff is.
I don't, but go ahead, use your terms.
So Runoff is when, like, the snowpack, the snow in the mountain starts to melt off,
I remember,
and the rivers get to flowing a little heavier, a little bit more water flowing.
Ice off is what they called it, right?
No, ice off is when the ice on the lake melts, right? So Runoff is like the snow, like we get over the wintertime that stacks up on the mountains. Okay. When that starts to melt, it runs into the rivers. Right?
Yeah.
And so the rivers start to swell up a little bit, start to run a little bit faster. It can be a little dangerous. It could be poor fishing conditions. So we got a contingency plan based off of what the river's doing the next couple of days. Fortunately, it's supposed to get a little bit chillier, so hopefully some of that snow doesn't melt off as fast, and we're able to go hit the original spot. But if not, we're going to be hitting another spot, and we're still going to be catching fish.
Platte River, here you come.
Hey, so the homie Mateo, my homie at work, we went out the other day. We went and did some fishing, bro, and I caught a little largemouth bass.
When you left work early?
Don't you do that, rumor, dog. We go during lunch, bro.
Oh.
So we get an hour lunch. There's a little lake down the block. You go get that, work them kinks out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Hater, man. But anyhow,
name drop your boy, get him in trouble with you.
There's some kind of like I forget what it's called, like DFT or DTS or something like that. but it's like it's a trout. It's a carp and it's a suckerfish, and you catch them down there. It's something that the Platte River is known for.
Platte River special, right there.
Yeah, for real, dude. For real.
It's like the slopper from Pueblo. I know the listeners remember that.
If you don't, make sure you go back and look. Right.
Yeah.
It's funny, dude. I've been getting some text messages about just previous episodes, and people are starting to kick in and listen more and more, man. And you see the downloads are going up, and it's truly a cool thing to see and look at, and to get that feedback. So we always ask you guys, man, if you guys got feedback, you guys want stuff that you want to hear, you want us to talk about, hit up dnasportsdenver.com/askdna, or hit up dnasportsdenver.com. Check out the merch, the podcast, book your training session, man. It's always something going on with DNA over there.
Yeah, and who knows? We might be able to start getting some live phone calls in if we're going to start going live a little bit more. Maybe we could get some of you listeners who are actually listening.
What is this, 1933 on terrestrial radio? We're going to be like chat groups and shit, bro.
Nah, call in with a question. We'll put you live on the air.
Hit us on the Snapper
DNA
chat.
Sports.
Hit us on the Snapper. Hit us on IG. Hit us on Facebook, man. So Dom, we don't have a question of the day for the coaches. So I'll leave it to you at this. What are you predicting for this Nuggets series, and what do you think going forward for the Nuggets?
I think I don't want to say what I think going forward. I don't, because I don't want to be that guy. But I think 4-0 Nuggets.
You're going to go for the sweep?
We're going for the sweep. Regardless of what the score is right now, we're going for the sweep.
I think we're going to get the gentleman's sweep. I think we're going to pick this game up here, and we'll probably drop one of the two in Minnesota, but we'll come back home and finish it in 5. And I'm not afraid to say what I think we got going forward, because I think we're going to come together over this series, and it's going to galvanize us, and we're going to slowly start earning that respect. And we're going to the finals, bud, and I ain't afraid to say it. And once you get to the finals, anything can happen. And I'm hoping that we get that dual parade this year, because I believe the same thing for the Avalanche too.
And I'm just going to rock with you, and I'm not going to comment, because I knew you were going to say that, and it's just redundant for us both to say the same thing. So make sure that you guys go out and check out DNASportsDenver.com right now.
Man, let's get up out of here, Dom. Man, as usual, shout out to Icon Sales and Boxing, Anytime Flood Restoration, the Play Harder Podcast, Rebel Promotions, Black Sevens, Genesis Catering, Lash All Beauty, Cutthroat Barbers and Anglers, and most importantly, shout out to y'all for tuning in and listening. Dom, what you got?
Cedro Medro. I said it wrong.
Cedro Miedo.
No fear. No fear. May 28th.
Dom had no fear saying that, man. We out this mug. Peace.